gotta get some. All right, damn.
There we go.
What up? Yeah. What up, man?
I'm chilling. I'm here in the joints, man. Salute, man. I'm like, I remember the
Always
boys.
a pleasure. Always a pleasure. This. Hold on, we gonna play this for me. Hold on, I don't give a fuck. Hold on, we gonna start.
Hey, why not?
Yeah,
Do
I'm
that.
just trying to get down with y'all brothers. Y'all brothers got, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got all that shit together. I'm just trying to, be like y'all brothers. Just well, you know what I'm saying? But I got somebody, niggas call me round the way. The Green Bandit, son of peace, handed over like juggling. And the only slight trouble is keep it up. Sleeping when I flips more weight than Oprah. Strips all fake and hope my skills superb. Grills to herbs to dope my lace brothers. What the rules? I bless the spend over. Test up bend always motherfuckers. Rules are broken, smoke free of charge. We not drugs, but hot slugs. See, I'm large. Like Mister, I got no say. Cash slobs, it ain't no game. It's more like a national pastime. The sales picture down the pipe. Come get a hit, I never fail to get the cloud type. I never quit pursuing these crabs, including rehabs and churches. My search is all going, but yo, fuck it, I want this doing. Can I please a crime food shit? Genevieve's time, two blue up stores to thug lord. If you got some flow and I got some flow, you getting dough, baby, dough, and I getting dough. We can chill on the hill.
Word bond.
And put the next man on the piece of
Host to put them on.
If you got some flow and I
Man, yo, if you never do anything else, like, listen, your mark has been made. Like, and I mean, you. The shit
I appreciate it.
Of course, I mean,
appreciate that.
This is like, yo, when every time that track in particular, like that I'm always walking around.
I gotta shout out my man Shy and of course Paul Houston.
I get money like Lil Kim. Take a
facial.
Go. Come on, man. Salute to everybody in the show. This is episode 117 of the Carrying the Culture Show. We got a man, Boogie Down Bronx in the fucking building, the Mecca, Breeze Brewin, Juggernauts.
I see my brother Big Mister in there. Okay, that's my dude BX in the building.
All right.
Fire.
What up, man? Thank
Puerto Rico.
Thank you for joining us again. It's round 3. We're doing it. We've seen her do the basketball shit almost every past couple of years now.
Yo, but it's so much to talk about. I'm just saying, I'm excited to be here. I mean, thank you, brother, for just having me up on it. So,
Word.
Let's
get to it. Everybody, if you got questions, use the questions feature, but we're really just talking ball. Get a little update at the end of the joint, but this is a hoop shit. We both really love this shit, and there's a lot to talk about. The first thing I do want to get into, though, just to kind of put a bow on it, is not them. Nah, we can do that. We can. I mean,
we gonna talk about them because
I got no problem with the Knicks.
Series. That's the
I
best
got no problem with the Knicks. So, I think the league is better when the Knicks are good. So,
yes.
But I want to get into the tournament real quick. The NCAA tournament. Did you peep any of that or whatever?
I was peeping it. Real talk. I think not as much. Not for nothing. I like when like the powerhouse teams do well. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind, like UConn won, and for me that was dope because I mean the Hurley family is on the low, like they get it in, and when you look at all the people,
legends, right? I mean that whole squad.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just like the whole family is crazy. So it's like I remember when when I was in high school, everybody would talk about Bobby Hurley, and he was one of the first dudes with the strength shoes. So I remember cats were getting the strength shoes because they heard, Bobby Hurley, white boys banging it on them cats. I'm like, word? So cats is there getting strength shoes, getting all kind of, weird kind of like bone spurs and shit. You know what I mean? Just like, with the ugly ass. They were talking about that too in the New York City point guards joint. And it was like, I remember strength shoes. Them shits was dumb ugly. Them shits was crazy. My man, Dean Marshman. Shout out to Dean Marshman. Dean Marshman, one of the best players I ever played with. And he played for Iona. And then later he played for Mount Vernon on that 29-0 Federation squad that had like Rasul, Brian Pritchard. That was one of the best teams in New York State history. If you know, you know. Shout out to Oda Great, my man.
Big up, big up.
Yeah, we was just chilling the other day too in Port Chester. Yeah. We were building. We were shouting you out.
that
Yeah,
kid is a
man.
ferocious MC.
Yeah. He don't play. Not even a little bit. Shout out to all the greats.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
when my friends like become that shit is just the dopest shit.
Man. So word, you know what I mean? Just like back to the joint, like, you know, I of course Bobby, you know, he's the older brother. So me, you know, as a younger brother, shout out, of course, to Fever the Kid, the first Juggernaut, my brother, Kev Fever, B Slim, so many names. So it was like Bobby and Danny Hurley. So it was like, I always fuck with Danny Hurley. Like, you know, Bobby had like the crazy game and he, you know, passing and all that, beat UNLV, all that. You know what I mean? Bobby was no joke. I wish he never got hurt. People talk about the what ifs, and a big what if for me is if Bobby Hurley never got thrown out of that truck, the truck accident. And you know, shout out to Danny, man. You know what I mean? Danny, he always just was like, you know, there wasn't a lot of expectation because he was like,
right.
All right, cool. He's just a shooter. You know, he's lefty. He had a sweet jump shot, but he got buckets, and you know, he obviously knew the game. And then you see what happened. And nothing against San Diego State and all that, and all them other teams, and Florida, I forget even whatever international joint fake school that Florida Atlantic, yeah.
Echo Academy.
And no, it wasn't even a real school. So it was like
community college snuck in and shit.
Yeah, it felt like some sort of San Jacinto joint. You know what I mean? Just sneaking through. But they did their thing.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, I was happy to see the Big East make their return to prominence, because
there we go.
Big East all day. You know what I mean?
All day.
I miss it. I miss, you know, UConn, Providence. You know what I mean? Boston College was way back. But they used to be in the Big East.
In the Barrels days.
In the Barrels days, he was a problem.
Yeah, he was a problem.
Yeah.
Big East. Yo, I got hyped about this shit because of so I'm just like you. So it's funny. I was loving the upsets in early on, and then I'm like, okay, let this shit settle down a little bit. And then when I got to the Final Four, I hit my man up. He's only bigger to my man, Be Real. I was like, yo, I ain't excited about this. I'm a UConn fan, CTC. So I was pumped about that. But I even told my man, I was like, I don't even want to see this shit, man. I was like, I don't want to watch UConn, San Diego State. Who the fuck wants to watch?
I knew they was going to smack them. I knew they were going to smack them.
Nobody really wanted to watch that. You cool with the Cinderellas. You cool with one Cinderella in the Final Four, not three of them.
I'm good with them being into the Elite Eight, like real talk. We can cut it there. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm okay with one. I'm okay with
one is cool. One makes it spicy, but then they get smacked. They never get to the finals.
Yeah.
So it's cool that at least they got to the finals.
That was the lowest watched finals game ever.
I think people feel how we feel. Real shit.
Yeah.
And you know, you want to see, you know, the powerhouses, and I know the shit has changed with one and dones, and now there's a transfer portal. I think it's dope. Honestly, I was more charged watching the female final. I thought that shit had a better build up.
Yeah.
Because that Caitlin girl is a bucket.
Yeah.
She was a bucket and a half.
Yeah. She was a bucket.
And she went in and you know, she had a little attitude with her, which I respect. You know what I mean? But, you know, then when, you know, it got to LSU, it was crazy to think that LSU has never won a championship.
Right.
All the Gunners they've had.
Right.
You know what I mean? We talking about a squad with Shaq and you know, formerly Chris Jackson, you know, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Steph before Steph.
Steph before Steph. You know what I mean? And they had that squad. I'm like, damn, I think they got to, like, you know, the Sweet 16 or something.
Sweet 16.
Yeah. So it's like, it's so crazy to think with LaFonso Ellis. Now, was LaFonso Ellis on LSU?
Mm-hmm. That was Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yeah. I'm trying to think who's. They had another big man.
I mean, but they've only just had players though. They've never really had squads. I mean, you think LSU. I mean, that's
real.
Like, because I don't even know if Chris Jackson and Shaq were like a 10. I don't know when they overlapped. We can look it up. But
I think Shaq was a freshman and Chris was a junior, because Chris didn't play 4 years.
Right. So I think they never really had powerful squads. They had dope players come through. Pistol Pete. I mean, I'm not saying.
Yeah, for real, Pistol Pete. But who else with him? So.
Right. So you know what I mean. But it was Yeah, that was good. I think it was good for the women's game. You know what I'm saying? A little shit talk and little. I think it's good. I mean, that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they blew that shit out of proportion after the fact. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. You know, and I like how homegirl was just like, look,
Yeah.
you know, she could brag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they smacked us, and it is what it is. And you
How
know,
about the vice first lady or whatever the fuck she is going like?
that was clown shit. I know he was like, yo, man, you're not helping. You're not helping.
Right, like if palm face emoji was a person, like it'd be like, fuck, go sit down and go to a fucking Rotary Club
I was
thing.
like, yo, man, weren't you like an educator? Like as an
auxiliary
educator,
shit.
you should know, like, yo, man, it's like, you know, there's dynamics. And it's like, how do you not? Come on, fam. Come on, fam.
And it wasn't a 1 point last second victory.
Nah.
Allen Houston shot type shit. It was, they got smacked by 20 points.
Smacked. Like, look here, man. You want to invite old girl over, y'all can have tea and crumpets. That's on you. But don't be talking about you gonna bring the squad so they could do what? You know what I mean? It's like, if dudes ain't doing it, you don't know how crazy you look, because it's like you would never say that for dudes. So like, in essence, like, here are you, the first lady, you supposed to be educated, doctor, this, that, and the third, and you looking crazy.
Talking wild, huh?
You know what I mean? But there was some ballers that I forget the girl's name in the first half for LSU who had 21 in the first half. She's like 7 for 7 from 3, and like in and out cross step back threes. Like, I was like, damn. You know what I mean?
They had some. The game has changed. I mean, UConn. I mean, they always tough, but they got this chick Paige who's super nice. She tore her ACL.
I can't wait for her next year, because I know she's gonna be giving them the business.
And big up to Dawn Staley, man. I've been watching her since she was playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember back for Temple back in the days.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? South Carolina holding it down. So, but yeah, I feel what you're saying about the tournament as far as I was happy to see the UConn win, but to me it's like, it beat San Diego State. Yeah, like it's a practice run. Like,
yeah, well, you know, next year, you know who we got coming back. You know, I wear the Knicks hat, but my first love was St. John's, man. St. John's University.
Yeah, you got this.
So, you know, we got the dirtbag.
Dirtbag wins. I mean, the
dirtbag wins, but he is a dirtbag.
Yeah, so expect. Do you think he's gonna leave the program clean?
No, of course not. I mean, we going, you know, can we get to the Sweet 16 though? He
leaves a wake of shit everywhere he goes. Like Louisville,
a path of destruction everywhere he goes. And it's, you know, but he Rick Pitino, man. Like this hat right here, I remember when Rick Pitino was singing the praises of Donovan Mitchell before that draft. He was like, look here, man, if you don't draft this dude, you're going to regret it. Prophetic words.
Now look. You're yamming on everybody right now.
Oh, my God.
Let's bring it to the NBA. So let's talk your squad, man. After you talk your squad, I'll talk my squad for a minute. So where are you with your Knicks, man? Are you a delusional Knicks fan?
Nah. I'm extremely pragmatic. And honestly, it's like, I still say fire Tibbs. I'm going to say that. And y'all could see it. I still say fire Tibbs. I think, you know, I mean, we got what we got. He's instilled the culture. Johnny Bryant's right there, man. Johnny Bryant's right there chilling. And it's like all of the things that look like a revelation. Like, it's like, oh, wow, he's playing, you know, Grimes. Oh, wow. Like, fam, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, these are grown men. I was encouraged. I love Derrick Rose. Everybody loves Derrick Rose. But, I mean, him sitting Derrick Rose, I was like, all right, cool. That's a shift. Because my man is loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
And it's just like at the end of the day, you know, it's like it's ball. You know, these cats are getting paper. Like, at the end of the day, you can't worry about that. I think, you know, he's gotten a little bit more creative. I don't get I can't play Obi and Randall shit. That's trash. That's no innovation. You know, Obi Toppin should play religious 22 minutes a game
He's a
without
stubborn coach.
so stubborn.
Very stubborn coach. I mean, and he has it. To me, he's not Belichick to where he's done enough to be that stubborn. You know what I mean?
He's
like,
done nothing.
He ain't done shit.
Can the Knicks beat Cleveland? Yes, they can. They could beat Cleveland. I'm gonna say it. We could beat Cleveland. I mean, what it would take is exactly what we're talking about, is for the coach to get out of his own way, though.
Yeah.
Because now it's like Randall's gonna come back, and he's coming back from a foot injury, so he's gonna be winded. There's but so much bike riding you could do to mimic, game speed. And you got Obi hotter than fish grease. You know what I mean? So I just think you got to find a way to get that man minutes.
Yeah.
I'm glad Grimes is playing. Like we match up pretty well with them. I'm hearing them talking shit about Okoro. Isaac Okoro was gonna lock down Jalen Brunson. I'm like, all right, cool. Like Brunson he'll take what the defense gives him. You know what I mean? So if it's like, all right, cool. I'm instead of taking 20 shots, I'll take 12 shots and I'll hit the open dudes. If the open dudes are Emmanuel Quickly and Quentin Grimes, that's a problem.
Quickly's tough.
Quickly is tough. But if the open man is RJ Barrett, then then it's a lottery. It's
going for it, right? Yeah. I mean, I think Quickly's tough. Dallas has to be punching air right now for not having for letting Brunson walk. Like,
oh Lord,
like
Dallas.
Look, we're gonna get there too. So, but yeah, they got to be punching air. So, but I think the Knicks, they got to put a lot of pieces together to beat Cleveland. Cleveland's a really solid team, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think when Mobley really finds himself,
he's gonna be tough.
He's and Spider's happy now. You know what I mean? And like, I think everybody knows their roles, and they, you know what I'm saying. So should be good. It's like I said, it's good when the Knicks are the Knicks though and are playing. But they still don't even. I mean, I don't watch the Knicks like that, but they've always had a soft spot in my heart because I always wanted them to beat the Bulls in the Heat and the shit.
Always.
But like, this doesn't feel like a. I don't know. You probably watch them all the time. Like, does this feel like a Knicks team, like a real Knicks team to you? Like, do you feel the same way about them, or is it?
As far as like the delusional component, like if we lose in 6, I wouldn't be mad. If we play them tight and lose in 6, we don't have home field. Like honestly, like if we lose in 6, that means maybe they won all their home games, and we lost one game at the Garden. That means we won 2 games at the Garden. Could we steal one? Sure, because we do have a good like we're a good road team, but I don't think they're more 99 Knicks than Pat Riley Knicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like could they surprise people? Cool. Like when it happened in 99, we was like, all right, yeah, this feels, I'll take it because it's short season. You know what I mean? And it was like, they snuck out of, obviously when they beat the Heat with that classic Allen Houston shot. But nobody's scared of the Knicks.
That's a great way to put it as far
nobody's scared of them. And that might work in their favor. You know what I mean? But nobody's going to come in like, what we going to do? Like if everybody plays their game, if Cleveland plays their game, and we end up losing in 6 or 7, I'd be proud. I'd feel good with that.
Yeah. I mean, that would be maybe about what I expect. If you want to see you don't want to see no 4 games, no 4-1 shit, though.
No.
What I mean?
Not like that Atlanta Hawks trash. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It felt horrible. Yeah. It felt dirty.
Yeah, speaking of the Hawks, man, I mean, I was surprised by it. I didn't see them beating Miami. Miami, because Miami's kind of built for the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, in terms of just how they roll up their sleeves, get dirty and shit. Like, I didn't see that coming yesterday.
I can't front, even though it's really, really early in the Quinn Snyder era. He seems no nonsense, man. he seems no nonsense, and it's like you don't know what approach. Like, you know, just like, you know, maybe his approach is better than what's his name who got fired. Nate McMillan. Because I hear Nate, you know, like he's an OG, like grinder. He'll get in your face and all that. Maybe it's a different, you know, approach with dude, and it's definitely working out. I mean, they should be better, to be perfectly honest. The Hawks should be better. Me too small in the paint. Yeah. That's real shit too. I think sometimes they get exposed. They are a little bit small.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point, fam. That's a good point there. So we're gonna talk my Lakers real quick.
We was talking about that yesterday a little bit. So Tara Van Poole in the building.
So my man B real, he's out in LA. He's a diehard Lakers fan. I'm a diehard Lakers fan from '80. I used to live in LA. I went to the Forum. I know Knicks. Everybody. Like I go back. So fuck these niggas, man. Fuck this squad. And I've been telling my man, I don't even watch the games, man, because there's so much wrong. He's trash. Like LeBron has too much power, but he won't play off the ball, which is what he should do now. Fucking Davis is made out of fucking he's China dog.
He is brittle.
That dude is peanut brittle, son. Yo, I posted so much shit on this dude, like as far as his falls, and like somebody else get hurt and Davis will get hurt, man. That's how bad. So like,
apparently they're hurting his brain now because that fucking foul yesterday. I was like, fam, really? Shout out to Akil. What's up? Ali, what's good, brother?
People are hot. Like, thinking Laker fans. I see them shit. I'm like, they talking like, oh, we back.
Y'all
7 seed.
Y'all could be peaking.
Yo, no. As a Laker fan, you don't 7 seed ain't shit. Nothing. Fuck that. No. When we hyping up niggas like Austin Reeves,
Austin Reeves, I mean, he got the gun up front.
All right, I'm saying, like,
got the gun. Mike Moran in the building. New Rowe in the building.
I'm saying, man. I mean, like, Darvin Ham. I mean, the whole shit is.
It's like, definitely misfit-like. It's very misfit-like.
Russ experiment. Everything. I'm not excited. I don't give a fuck about no Laker games. And that's my squad, man. You know what I mean? But they're not. To me, they're pseudo Lakers. They're just some AI Lakers.
What do you think the Grizzlies got for them?
I think the Grizzlies got Ja Morant pulling out a tech. No. I think the Grizzlies got Ja Morant dunking all over them for days. And, I mean, the Grizzlies on paper should win that shit, man. I mean, as much as I don't want them to or anything like that, the Grizzlies are the better team. But I don't think LeBron's enough of an alpha to will that squad. He ain't like that. He gotta have to LeBron can't do it with this squad. Like,
you know who's gonna surprise y'all?
Oh.
What's his name? The point guard y'all just got back.
I think Russell.
I think Russell's gonna be big for y'all. I think he's gonna actually.
We need him to be big.
He's gonna play big for y'all. This first one was just like, you know, it was just jitters. It was the same thing like Ant. You seen how Ant was playing like he had like 4 left feet and shit. He looked terrible.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? And to me, Ant-Man is he's the future. But it's just like that playoff. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. It's just like, I guess this is how I see the playoffs. This is my metaphor for it. You got this girl that for some reason, like, you idolize, like, damn, I'm never gonna get the ass, right? And then something happens, and for some reason, boom, there you are. You getting ready, she taking her panties off. And then it's just like, and you've been doing your push-ups and doing your road work, and you getting that ass, and you down in 30 seconds. You know what I mean? I just think that's what it is, your first experience. I think if she ever gives you the ass again, you'll do better. Yeah. But that first experience is atrocious.
Yeah.
That's what happens with a lot of these young boys. It's like, I'm in the playoffs. This is the ass I always wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened with somebody like Ant, somebody like Russell. And I think after, next time they're gonna get their sea legs under them and they're gonna be all right. But I think he's gonna be very important. Like Pelinka's a burger. I agree with you. But some of the moves, I was like, wow, he pulled the rabbit out his ass. Not even out the hat.
Right.
I was like,
you got to give him credit.
Vanderbilt, so I was like, okay. Like,
time,
we wanted Vanderbilt.
Right. There's times where you're like, damn, that was a good move. And then you're like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I mean, y'all cap shit is finished. But your cap is finished. Let's not talk about, your cap is done. But for right now, if we living in the present, I think it's going to be an interesting series against against the Grizz. They don't have Brandon Clark. Like that dude on the low, like my man, defensive glue guy, offensive rebounds. They're gonna miss him. They're gonna miss him.
I think the young boy is gonna show up. The Kenny Lofton kid, man.
I like him.
I like that.
I like big man.
That dude. He gives a shit because he been told probably his whole life he ain't the right fit for the whole shit. I think he's gone.
He has no conscience. He's big. He takes up space. He has 6 hard fouls to give people.
Right. And we halfway through. So real quick, what's your take?
The Chicago-Toronto joint just got interesting.
Chicago-Toronto?
Yeah, Chicago's up now. They up by 3.
Oh, shit.
They were getting smacked. They're in Toronto.
Oh, word?
Loser, I believe, is done. And I'm okay with that. I'm not a Toronto fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a Chicago fan either, though. Fuck both of them dudes.
Yo, who you got for MVP?
You know what? Shout out to my man Doug Cohen. We had to talk, me, him, Mr. Land, and Jay Trez. We got a little thread amongst us. And we destroy him because he keeps saying, it's gonna be the Joker. It shouldn't be the Joker. And the main reason for the Joker is at some point you gotta take a cat's stats and throw them out the window and start looking beyond in regard to, all right, well, is this dude progressing even in context to himself? I'm picking Embiid because Embiid at this point, if you took him off of the Sixers, it would be the process, part 2. So, what I mean? When we talk about the importance of that man, you can't understate it. Now, obviously, Joker is important for his squad, but I just don't see the growth. I hate to say it. It's like same old efficiency, same old. It's like at some point, did he grow? And I think he slightly fell off, especially with how the season ended. So how the season ended, I know they had less to play for than the Sixers, but Embiid took over. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's progressing. He does the same thing. Like, at this point, it's just like something has to be changed. I know he's amazing. I'm not taking that away from him. But Embiid, he put that team on his back. He had some crazy, ridiculous joints. And then some of those final games with Joker, I mean, he kind of mailed it in.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that. I guess I'm always not clear on what the criteria is that they use for that. You know what I'm saying? Is it the most valuable player? Like, again, you take him off the team, or is it the best player, or is it like, should they have an offensive player of the year award? Like, you know what I mean? So it's always weird how they look at it. I mean, I think Embiid, to me, it should be Embiid. I actually got to give him his props because he came in the league hurt. He's been hurt a lot, but like past, he's been playing through some shit and he's been holding it down, man. So he's been holding Philly down. I mean, I gotta give it to him. I think he talks too much for not having won shit, and I think a lot of these new dudes do that, but I think he talks way too much. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, that's one thing I think he's always like, man.
I think some of that is leadership. I do hate when he talks about himself, like, yo, I could be the greatest, this and that. Like, exactly, we haven't done nothing. But I think a lot of that that's a really young team. Harden isn't a vocal leader. So it's like, let me get Maxi charged. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me get these other dudes excited. Let me put the battery on their back because I need them. So I think some of that is not just, it's just like, yo, I got them, they got me, and us against the world type shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit talkers who we need to scrutinize more. That Ja Morant shit, I ain't worried about the West. How did that age? Not very well.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? It's like, I could take that from it. You know
right,
what I mean? And he's Philly. Like, Philly, you have to embody Philly, and they talk shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I lived there for 8 years, so I know. And he's really embraced that city. They've embraced him. So I think he definitely likes the underdog role. So that's a good point, man. You know, it's a very good point.
Shout out to Mr. Dead in the building. There's a lot of cool people popping up, man. I appreciate it.
Everybody in, man. We talking hoops, man. We talking hoops with Breeze. This is some fun shit, man. You know what I mean? Like the NBA season been wild. With a lot of shit. I think the scoring has been ridiculously out of control, and I wish they would let this defense buckle down a little bit.
Yeah,
man.
I think they have to almost switch back to like hand checking and shit like that. Because it is out of control.
You got some dudes where you're like, you're scoring 50. Kenny Lofton can't have 42 in his debut.
That shit was wild.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's not. I mean, yeah. So
I wouldn't mind a bit more aggressive, almost like European style, like defense. Like, you know what I mean? They need to really look at certain things. I wouldn't mind them changing that rule. If the ball is on the rim, you can knock it off. Like, I think that's the European rule. You know, we got athletic dudes. It's like, we got to do something. Like, the scoring, it's like, all right, cool. But this shit is starting to look like double dribble and shit. It's just motherfuckers come down and shoot from the corner. Shit.
The corner.
Yeah, you made double dribble. That's my shit.
Do that shit. Double,
that
come on,
game
man.
was amazing. That's my shit.
Everybody know the spot and double dribble, kid.
Yeah, you got to go in the corner.
Bang.
A little turnaround.
Bang. Anyway, like, bang. Yo. Well, let's go to this since we talked about him already. What's your take just quick on that Ja Morant shit, man? Just in terms of how he was moving, how it was handled, like all of it's fugazi to me, but
yo, man, that was some trash B shit. Like real shit. I saw that shit going on. I wanted to rep the trash B hard. You know what I mean? Because real talk, I mean, I got a grown son. You know what I mean? At some point, like I get it, you living vicariously through your son. Man, sit your ass the fuck down. Real shit. It's goofy as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? People talk about what's his name? You know, fucking LaMelo Ball and Lamar, whatever. Man, this dude is that dude on fucking like steroids, thug passion, crack. You know what I mean? It's just like the shit, like fam, like yo, man, just let your son do him, like for real, like going like a luxury box or something.
So you think it's all pops?
I mean, he ain't helping.
No, he's not helping at all.
He ain't helping. Like honestly,
gas,
I would have been like, yo, fam,
gas on the fire, like
yo, man, real shit. Like you fucking the bag up. Like, you know, we got wealth, but you fucking with the generational wealth. You know, it's like, yo, man, but fucking relax, man. Get you some security. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a talk. Let's open our own club. So if you gotta throw money around, you know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no video on it the next day. Just like they just go hustling backwards, man. And it's like, I get it, his pops is young and, you know, he helped him get there and all that, but it's just like, fam, like, you know, you the business now. Like, for real. Like, you one of the 10 dudes in the NBA that's like, you know, this shit is slated. Like, we gonna give you your sneaker. We gonna have you, you know, your campaign for this particular product. Like, man, you know what you could do with that? Yeah. It's not just
that's why
generational wealth for you. It could be for others.
And that's why he got such a, I mean, like, the league gave him this pass and, like, prop that PR, rolled that PR campaign out. And Yeah,
Gatorade.
stress.
He's a Gatorade dude.
Yeah, the whole shit. I mean, like, because he's supposed to, I'm like, nigga, you are the future. Don't you understand?
Yes.
You're next up. You're the dude.
I don't know why on like an All-Star weekend and nothing, like LeBron and like some of the main dudes pull him in a motherfucking room and I don't know, pillow fight the fuck out that motherfucker. Just yo, we gonna knock you out, fam. Noogies, you know what I mean? We gonna make it hard for the, like he need to know, like, nah, man, like you us now, like you can't like move different. It's like you got a lot of dudes who are hood as shit. Like sit them down with Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton and be like, look here, man, our lives are horrible because of you know what I mean. Don't be us when keeping it real goes wrong. Big Tone in the building.
I mean, this shit is so. And I'm sitting there watching. I told my man a long time ago, like even when the shit with the Pacers, with the laser shit and the
goofy shit,
the pickup game shit.
Yep, smacking a shorty
with the seven. His mom's, I think, wilding out or something like, yo, what are you guys doing?
His mom's was involved with it too. His mom's involved with it too.
Yeah. Yeah, so she got into an argument at a store or something with some people, and then like over some shit, like this some ghetto gun popping shit, and then like 9 goons showed up, like ready to like get busy in the store, like retarded shit. Like you don't like, and that's a bigger issue, like a social. It's a lot going on.
We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. Even if you got the goons, like you gotta find a way to make that shit real, second, third, fourth, 15th cousin removed. Be like, yo, man. Oh, you tripped. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Find a way to handle shit. It's just like, it's obvious, like, amateur night on that level. Like, somebody need to talk to them. Like, other cats got cats who be handling shit. It's just a way to do shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, if shit gotta happen, and it's like, oh, wow, look at that. Like it's better than that, man. Yeah. It's not a good look, man. So and I've seen him do really nice things. I saw when he was in a diner and homegirl was serving and she didn't even know who he was. And he was like, yeah, So she was like, John Morant? Like I don't know, she looked at the credit card or something. He's like, yeah, she like, you the one? He was like, yeah. And he tipped her like a stack. You know what I mean? And it was like you see stuff like that and feel good. It's like more of that, homie. Like more of that.
Less lasers and goons and more of that shit. You got
lasers, fam.
You got a
sneaker. 12th grade,
right? You got a sneaker. All right, so I want to make sure we cover this before we it's already 9:45, which sucks, and I got another show after. But I want to make sure we cover this here. So there's always this. I mean, I'm on forums, just on posts and shit, and there's always like the generation divide, players in this era couldn't play in this era, players in this era couldn't play in this era. So I want to know who you think let's go both ways. Who do you think from like this era would basically still be the same motherfucker in, Bird and Magic 80s, Jordan 90s? And then vice versa. I want to know who do you think, because there's some cats from back in the day that I don't think could hang today, but then there's some cats from back in the day I think like same shit. So
LeBron.
Who do you think?
LeBron would be, I mean, honestly, LeBron would be a bigger bully back in the days. He could use more of his attributes. I mean, I think LeBron back in the days, I mean, he started his career like on the tail end of it, but with how he is now, how savvy he is, he'd have no issue. So he's one. I think KD would have a little problem because they'd rough him up.
Yeah.
I think it would, like this particular era has embraced him. He's been like he getting where he fit in.
So
somebody said Jimmy Buckets. Maybe I could see that.
But so then, Big Real said, and this is always his thing on LeBron. He said that's not his style though, like the bully style. He said he'd be more timid in his opinion. Because be real, my man thinks LeBron James is a softie, and so even with his all of his great physical skills and records and everything, we have conversations about LeBron kind of still not being the dogs sometimes, and so so I'm just giving a little backstory there. So as far as why he thinks that, like as far as going back into that area, so he thinks he just don't think he would be that aggressive, LeBron. But I don't know.
I don't know. I still think LeBron and Kyrie win over Golden State is better than any win that Jordan had. Real shit. And it's like he had to be aggressive in that one. I mean, it's not like he can't go through the nigga chest. He'll do that if need be. I just think, like Cats, he would wear Cats down. He'd almost be like a running back out there. You know what I mean? I just think there'd be a lot of blocking fouls that, certain Cats the next day, they be with the trainer. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I don't see him as passive. I see him, like even I played the other night when he passed to the German dude, forget his name, for the three. That was the right play. You know what I mean? And it's just like, if we gonna praise Magic and all this, like, you have to praise LeBron. You know what I mean? And I know Magic was, he was definitely more of a leader. His style was just so explosive. Like he made a team explosive. LeBron don't do that, but he makes teams win. And I think some of the things that he's done, no one could stop him. They could foul him. The Jordan rules. So think about this: how would the Jordan rules affect LeBron? Dennis Schroeder, thank you. So wait. We saying Magic made dudes better. So we saying that LeBron don't make dudes better?
Yeah, B-Real's not high on LeBron. Y'all can go at it, but yeah,
we might have to go. And I'm not a fan. Like I'm not like a huge LeBron fan. I think his form looks weird. You know what I mean? I shit like that matters to me. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't want us to draft the kid who's on Indiana right now because his form's terrible looking.
And who's nice.
Yeah, but I didn't want the Knicks to draft him because like he shoots like Bob Cousy.
His
so
shot's
like
he drops dimes though. But yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like Jordan rules, I feel like it would just be regular defense for LeBron. Because my man I just think peak LeBron, come on, man. You ain't stopping him. You just not.
Right, who else? If there's anybody, I think Kyrie could rock out back in the day.
Oh, definitely.
He's must see TV. I think he annoys me sometimes, but then he's a interesting character.
Yo, honestly, he would be like Isaiah.
Yeah, exactly.
A bigger Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
And I know people talk shit, and Isaiah Thomas today, the whole shit about his pitch on ESPN. Oh, Chicago won, y'all.
Oh,
Chicago
okay.
won. So Toronto's out. And they won in Toronto. Update. But Kyrie, man, between his shot and his finishing ability and his ability to break a team down, Giannis.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
I think so.
That's real.
But
you know what? We have other Giannis though.
Shaq is on record as saying like Giannis is Giannis is me. I mean, I don't really agree with it, but in terms of like Shaq's like he goes, you're looking at. They said, will anybody be like next Shaq? He goes, you're looking at him like Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? He might end up being Sean Kemp too, though.
Oh yeah,
real shit.
But I mean,
you know what I mean? It's like when we talk about the era. When you talk about the era, it's like he would go through there and he would give cats the beats. He would be running through dudes, but he might be Sean Kemp too. You know what I mean?
No, of course, and that's
can't shoot.
That's
can't
not
play.
a bad.
Exactly.
That's not a bad comparison unless it's the fucking drive-by shooting Sean Kemp or the crack
self-defense.
The fucking fat chicken eating Sean.
Yeah, the Orlando Sean Kemp was he was the eating champion. He won eating championships, I'm sure.
Yeah. So we got Giannis, Kyrie. LeBron is split. Everybody arguing about LeBron. I think LeBron can hang back in the day. I don't know if he'd be the same player, but I think he might. I don't know. Like it's hard to be in somebody's.
You know who would do I back in the days?
Ooh.
And I know I'm gonna hear jokes about this. Julius Randle. Julius Randle would do back in the days.
Oh,
because he likes to beat people up.
Yeah,
he likes to beat people up, and when you think about like
he's an ugly watch though. It's hard to watch him. I don't like watching him play.
He's a bruiser.
Yeah,
he's a bruiser. Like at the end of the day, that he's definitely built for that era. Think about if he reminds me a little bit of Ant Mason. You know what I mean? He is a cancer, and if they, it's peak time. If you want to trade him, now's the time. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't front on his work ethic. I know people were like, they used to have jokes and say that, Julius Randle is like Zion without hops. How's that looking? Zion need to figure out something with his physical.
Zion's done. You heard it right here on April 12th. He's done. I'm telling you, he's played in 124 games. Somehow he's a two-time All-Star. Talk to a man. It's a joke.
With a max contract.
Done. Yeah, he's done, yo. It's not going to happen for him. He's going to be one of the biggest. I told my man, Zion is a 30 for 30 in 10 years. Trust.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you see Zion? Okay, he's 21 now, I think, maybe 22. Do you see Zion over the next 10 years playing 60, playing 65, playing 70 games a year for the next 10 years?
No.
See that?
It's sad, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Julius Randle, we could say a lot of things, but dude works. He works every summer. You know what I mean? Fat Boy Sharif in the house. He'll never play a full season. Correct. Ray Fogue's in the house. What's good, Ray? You know what I mean? So that draft is the most wonky ass draft in recent history. Because I know everybody talks about RJ. I talk about RJ. Again, I'm not delusional. But wow. You know what I mean? So you got shotters or you got the Big Mac. Like, you know what I mean? You thank God. Yeah, Randall want to shine. I mean, honestly. But his attitude does suck. But a lot of that is just like, from what I hear, like he's a pretty good leader. Like he be like behind the scenes, he really be like trying to like encourage dudes. I saw what he did with Mitch. I heard what he did with Hardenstein. Like some dudes just, they just abrasive.
Facts.
Yeah, you can't deny that. Julius is gonna work. So I think he'd be okay back in the days. I think, I'm trying to think of even a player like him who was that bruising, but still, could stretch the floor a little. Nobody that bruising.
Nobody that pops out. I mean, but I think he could. I mean, I think because of it, yeah, he could. I think he could play. He probably could get you 15, get you some boards, some
the handles. The handle's horrible. The handle is scary.
That's kind of
the Randall handle.
It's tough. So we got 6 minutes. So I'm gonna hit you with a quick question, and then we're gonna get an update. Quick off the rip, you starting the team right now. Who you got? Current players. Starting five.
Current players. Giannis. I definitely want Ant-Man. I'd be honest, Ant-Man.
What?
Yeah,
wow.
Man. People front, man. Ant-Man.
No, it's nice, but I'm saying you skipped it. I'm saying, look, okay, I'm gonna see you got.
Nah. I think
Whoa.
In a couple of years, you look at Ant-Man, and he'll be basically unstoppable.
I agree. If he got to get a more consistent shot to keep him honest. But I think
I'm not going to say Doncic. And this is why I'm not going to say Doncic. everybody this week the talk was Doncic or Carmelo. This and that. How could you make the comparison? This and that. Look here, man. No one can play with Luka. No one can play with Luka. Look at Jalen Brunson after he left. He should be most improved. Well, maybe Shea Gilgeous, who's another person I want on my list. Yo, Luka cannot play with people. Porzingis is a burger. I have no love for him. None at all. But yo, he came in. Oh, I'm going to play. We're going to this and that. Boom, it's out of there. Kyrie, look, I get it. He's Kyrie. He's another cancer. But people don't want to talk about Luka's attitude and how he, you know what I mean? It's like he can't play with nobody. He can't play with nobody. It's like he needs a ball in his hands. He's out of shape. He can't play defense. And I get it. Like, like, as far as, yeah, he's an amazing player, you know? But Pistol Pete was an amazing player. He wasn't a champ until later in his, you know, career when he was playing on the Celtics as basically like ninth man.
Yeah. So you got. What'd you say? I'm sorry, I'm high as shit. You said you got. I ain't going in front. You got Ant-Man.
Yeah. Giannis.
Shea.
I want to say Embiid.
All right.
I want to say Embiid. And damn, that's
4.
That's 4. So I guess I need like a 3 now.
Yeah, you need a wing, some kind of wing somewhere.
Damn. Yeah, Luka 2 ball dominant. As far as my 3, damn, I gotta give that some thought. I mean, it might be Kawhi.
Who never played? He wouldn't even been in the game. Fuck that nigga.
Nah, Kawhi, man. Chips on the line. Yeah, I was thinking Siakam too. Siakam gets slept on, but honestly, it's like you don't want Siakam taking the last shot. If it's Siakam or Kawhi, come on now. That's not even
of course.
It's not a discussion.
He's clutch.
You know? He's clutch. You know, he can play D when he needs to.
KD.
He's the claw. KD, I don't know, man. I just think KD, I don't know. I love him. He is a Slim Reaper, but it's just, I'm thinking about health. I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about health and I'm talking about Kawhi. But I just feel like with the other cats I got, that's what I'll go with.
All right. Real quick.
Mo Flow in the building.
Real quick. What you got going on, Teach?
Man, it's a beautiful week. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful week. You know, it's definitely, kids is trying to text me and email me and, yo, I did this. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Don't bother me, man. You had a long time to do this, man. Nah, you know what I mean? So it's nice to be away from them. I do miss them though. When I go back, we got the AP exam. I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna see if I can look into the pilot for AP Black History. I'm excited about that to see how that's working out. And then you know, summer's coming. Got some music, you know, working on getting out. I was happy to get a joint out the other day. Shout out to Backwoods Studios. Shout out to my man, Seb Bash. We got a joint talking a little bit about police. It's a joint called FOP, Fraternal Order Police. Oh. So if y'all get a chance, check that out. They got a compilation, Backwoods. Shout out to Billy Woods, man. What a good brother. And that whole squad. There's a lot of good music on there too, man. A lot of good music on there. I can't, you know, if I would just say all of them if I start talking about them. But Woods got a joint on there. You know, I'm a Hammer. Just good shit, man. So I'm happy to get that on there. It's nice to talk about shit. It's nice to talk about a topic that I wish we didn't have to talk about as much. Right.
Thank
you, man. I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Dope. So you got some
and I got a whole project coming out, my man B Money. This okay. my man from the Loop. We used to work together, Fat Beats, and he's doing joints for us, for Fifth, for Hove, and a lot of cats. He's just a really talented producer. He's one of my Fat Beats crew. I fuck with a lot of my Fat Beats dudes. We stay in contact. You know what I mean? So Seb, we used to work at Fat Beats. B Money worked at Fat Beats. DJ Ellie. Just a lot of dudes. Shout out to Eclipse, the boss. You know?
Dope. That's what's up, family.
And shout out to my Juggernauts family.
Of course.
They got in here, but my brother, my sister, my team, Matic, my man Ray Fogues, we working on some shit. He up in the building. Word up.
Queen Heroin, she gonna come back on soon. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Shout out to Oda Great again, man.
Yes,
and whoever this cat is, man, well, we gotta build some more, man.
That's my man. That's family right there. That's my family, man. I've known this cat for 6 years on here. That's my people's right here.
Yeah, he has some real takes. Man.
LA, we talk hoops every day.
I love this, man. We gonna definitely come back and do it.
Yeah, so now we can do it. We can make it. I mean, we can make it. I mean, if we talked about. I said it first, and we can make it. Try to make it like a monthly thing during the season if your schedule allows next season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting next year.
Like a monthly check-in. I mean, it's just an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I love talking shit, and you know your shit. So
yeah. So it'd be fun. I mean, it'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? We grab B really get on here. All three of us rock out. You know what I'm saying? So we can do that now. So let's.
One of my former students, Dan, in the building.
Yeah.
What's good, Dan?
Oh, salute. So yeah, man, let's try to do that for next season, man. Maybe just check in monthly or whatever.
Yeah,
shit,
at least at the All-Star break kind of joint.
Yeah,
something like that. We at least get a couple.
Dudes who maybe beginning of the season, an All-Star break, and then a
playoff joint. Let just this time because this time is spicy.
Yeah, because people. John Morant got 10 bodies on him, but they could come out hammers blazing. Like they nunchucks. Yo, thank you very much, fam. I want to, appreciate you, man. I want to get this report cuts off. That was fun.
Indeed.
We talk this shit all day. I got a show. We doing a show right after this, the after party with our people save the hip hop culture. I'm gonna take a piss, and then we're doing a shit called the breakdown. It's a new segment where we each take 2 tracks and we break them down based on lyrics, production, 2 classic tracks, lyrics, production, and overall impact. So I'm doing the symphony and Planet Rock. So
damn, that's
so we're about to do that
with the heavy hitters. Yeah, man, I'll check back in with
you.
But
whatever. So I got a little promo for that, but we'll get this up on the YouTube and everything, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you,
my brother.
Johnny, that was fun, man. I like doing that shit. So beginning of preseason joint, All-Star break. Playoff. That's what we do next year.
That's on deck. We do that joint at least 3 times. I'm happy with that.
It's easy. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Working in the schedule.
And in between that, we'll talk some hip hop because I hope to have some releases out before that.
Oh yeah. What's that?
I hope to have some releases out before that. I always fuck with you when some shit drops. So we'll talk about that. You know what I mean?
Definitely want to talk about that. I mean, that's important. So keep me in link with as far as the music goes.
I will.
For real. So thanks again, man. We'll get this up on the YouTube. And we'll go take a leak and we'll do the other show. Salute, man.
Salute, my brother.
All right.
Peace, y'all.